Have you guys ever looked at Peggle and thought, this game doesn't have enough roguelike? Well, here you go, Peglin! Welcome back to another Jester suggestion video. It's a roguelike. Pretty self-explanatory to what that is. We're going to play the classic character. We're going to ignore the fact that I have a lot of hours into this game. So, just like Emberward, you start with a class relic, right? Let's pick this. Just like Emberward, goes down a track of choosing one side or the other. So what you do is, boom. If you played Peggle, then you should understand how it works. That wasn't a good shot, but that doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to farm for coins. That should take him out. It does. So there you go. You really have to read when it comes to this game. This game involves a lot of reading. So obviously, this is how we choose to go in the game. We have to shoot into the ball, and if we shoot into the fire, we take damage. And yes, you heard me right. We take damage, even if we completed the battle. And I guess in this case, we're going right. It's pretty self-explanatory. Do I need to explain to you guys how Peglin works? This game's been out for a good while. But since we're on this whole craze of me throwing out a game to suggest to you guys, I feel like I should give this game a little bit of spotlight, too. I've already put Bellatra on the spotlight. You guys already seen that like 3 times already, technically. Or at least you should have, because you should have been liking and subscribing by now. Along with probably considering turning on your notifications, because that's apparently a thing that matters too. So I've heard. Oh, and commenting as well, but, you know, I'll take what I can get. Anyways, I'm not really doing good shots. I should really just wipe these guys out. It's a balance between trying to get coins and trying to defeat the enemy. And this time, I want to take the mystery route because, well, I want to show you it, obviously. So in this one, right, you embrace the lightning, which will give me a new orb, or I go a random direction. And I want to get the treasure chest, so I'll take the lightning orb. Better than nothing. So here, I'd go with that. I don't really need improved bomb damage. I could show you the shop, but I don't really have that much money, so if I was able to detonate all those bombs, I could have gotten an additional relic, though. If you are able to set them off, you can get one at least once a floor, I think. I think that's how it works. There's a lot of decisions I regret doing in this game. Admittedly, despite the fact that I've played this game for a long time, I sometimes suck at it. And sometimes, well, not that I suck at it, it's just sometimes the RNG just works against you. Unlike most roguelites, there is some form of skill involved with this. A lot of roguelikes, it's usually just luck. But in this game, I will say there is a bit of strategy involved. And I'm not doing really particularly well with that said strategy. There we go. I'm going to heal off of that turn. But yeah, that's the whole game, man. It goes for 3 floors, and you just try to get to the end. Where you deal with, like, a really tough boss at the end. And I'm not kidding when I say that. They're all pretty tough. He didn't get a hit off, though. Maybe that's good, or maybe that's bad. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go this way. That's the damage I was referring to when you hit the middle. I'm gonna go right. But I'm still gonna grab some coins. I don't ever bother trying to get the relic unless I know I can get it, which typically I know I can't. Here's one of these. This is a crappy event. Sometimes you could get bad events, and this is one of them. I really don't want to get rid of my bomb. I'm just going to get rid of the laser orb. That just sucks. Sometimes you get bad events. Sometimes you just get them. You have no control over it. It's your destiny to lose a pretty I don't know if it was decent. It was not worth losing, but I didn't want to lose it. So at least we got rid of the more annoying enemies. And trust me, there are some annoying enemies. So we got our first boss. He's behind a tree. We gotta wait for him to pop up in front of us so we can damage him. I had to think about that for a moment. But also, he does gain more damage the more we damage the tree. So, I don't know, because I guess this mold doesn't really like it when you damage the tree. I don't know how I'm feeling about our situation as it currently stands. Ooh. Okay. And that's how you do it. That's the whole gimmick of the game. They just recently added an update where you could skip the final relic of the boss for coins. I don't know if I want to do that. But also, there's a chance that all these kind of suck. But I do kind of like the magnet one. It's very helpful for getting bombs and other things. Yeah, I'm going to get that, actually. But yeah, that was added in a recent update. This game still worked on. So we get the golem boss. That one's not terrible. I just gotta hope that I'm able to deliver a lot of damage by the time I reach him. Now, if I lose on, like, the easiest difficulty, well, that's embarrassing. You can see that magnet is at work. It's going all over the place. Whoa, buddy. Ride down here. Whoa, oh, okay, okay. Whoa, whoa, ooh. Sheesh. Calm down. I have more damage now. I don't know where that's coming from, but okay. So let's decide, do we want to go left and get treasure for free, or go right and get treasure but with a boss? I'm gonna go left. I'm not gonna bother trying to shoot for anything. I'm not risking it. The extra coins would be nice. If it's like a one-way, then sure, I'll get the coins, you know? Sometimes, though, you can't risk it. I'm gonna be fair, I feel like even Binding of Isaac treats me better than this. It's one of these. Boy. I somehow got it. But now I have to somehow hit the chest in this navigation. The things don't go away. You actually have to navigate it through this. I'm gonna 100% end up in the right. I'm calling it right now. No, I'm somehow locked out. I'm gonna go with this one anyways. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, do I want to invest in this goblin? What that does is that it adds numbers to the bottom of my thing that can multiply my damage or subtract it. So it's quite literally the gambling item. And then there's some that are just normal. So in this case, we have 2 high damage ones and 2 normals and 1, which is the fire, that will subtract our damage if we just so happen to land in it. And we just took a guy out instantly because we took down that chandelier, which, by the way, can also attack us because everything in this game wants to kill you. That actually worked out in my favor. I wasn't paying attention to where the 0.5 was. Well, at least I aimed for the weaker guy. I was trying to aim for the right guy. Can't believe this. Can't have anything nice in the world of Peglin. Well, I'm fully healed, so that... Okay, so... If I were to remove all orbs, I do get an orb that's called... I don't remember. I forget the name, actually, but you get an orb that you use multiple times. If I had gotten it earlier, I perhaps would do this scenario. So, I want to go this way where the mini-boss is, because that's an additional relic. I'm gonna go with this, because I don't really care about discards a lot of the time. I use every single orb, most of the time. I want to go this way. I want to lock in my chance. I analyzed the situation. I lost out on damage. Pretty good, but don't end up there. Don't end up there. Oh. And now he's gonna basically deflect my damage back to me. Well, not all my damage, but some damage back to me. Like that. This won't do much, but if I hit a bomb, I can at least get a couple damage off of him and not take damage myself. I have no idea if he ever changes back to normal. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Well, that's a lot of damage. Well, that worked out. Honestly, my... do I want... those will give me orbs, and they do self-damage. I don't want to play with self-damage on this round. All bounces contribute to damage, or an additional exclamation mark. A crit. I'm gonna go with wall bounces. If I were playing in one of the other difficulties that remove a crit thing, maybe, you know. And I still couldn't get a bomb off. So obviously, we got this lovely lad. He's gonna basically get us in one hit. We just need to land in the doubles. The doubles. Now I'll probably knock those 2 out in one go. Yes. And 1,000 damage. Not terrible. I don't hate. Though I don't have full confidence either. They do put bombs in this arena, but I don't know if bombs really matter that much. Almost 1,000. The things are still on the left side, but there's no orbs there, and all the crits are on the right. I think I'm gonna just go for where there's pegs. And just waste my turn and not get a lot of damage in. I gotta get these refresh activated. Or I can just not and screw off over to anywhere but 0.5. I mean, it's damage, but that's not what I was looking for. I don't really need healing. I don't really want these. I want to dispose of them. I'm just gonna do this and go over here. Healing doesn't really matter because, again, this boss could just basically one-shot you if he reaches you. So, honestly, healing does not matter fully to me. I'm gonna bounce off the roof and pray. Alright, we're doing actually pretty decently damage-wise, actually. I think we should be able to clear this. That should be like 16,000. Well, excuse me for trying to act smart. But no, 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 no. No, 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 no. matter. Ah! We're doing fine. We'll be able to clear this guy, but that's embarrassing. Well, I mean, we got the majority of the coins here. I think we actually got all the coins. We cleared house. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I'm gonna regret that. Oh, now I wish I had that one that gives a crit. We still have one crit on the board. I mean, maybe that was worth it. Because now we don't have to rely on critting to get decent damage. We can still deliver a decent amount of it. One shot. Okay, that was lucky that we didn't get damage there. Again, really lucky we didn't get damage there. What the? Doesn't really matter. Just grab the coins. Grab the coins! I do need to go right for the treasure chest, but if I don't really have anything... Basically, these mushrooms will buff this guy if he passes through them, and they will also heal too. It'd be my best interest to finish off at least one of these as soon as possible. He's likely to pass through this guy. I'm not going to be able to wipe him out unless I try to get all the bombs. I guess it'd be my best interest to go left. But of course, I could just go right and just decide to not go the right way. That's just the culmination of this game as a whole. You want to go one direction, but it'll just send you the other. I also really didn't mention this, but I do not like this board. This enemy is just annoying with these two mushrooms. This board can be the worst if you just don't have the right setup. And while I should be fine, that area could be a nightmare. But... luckily, I lucked out. Oh, yeah. Okay, these guys. Not fun, but not the worst to deal with. Essentially, when they die, they will explode, damaging enemies around them. But if they reach me, they'll explode into damaging me. And those red bombs are self-damaging, but they do more damage. And honestly... Just set them all off. Honestly, just set all the bombs off. See how much self-damage that was? I was at almost full health. Let's see, we got some new items. Gain 3 max out whenever an orb is added to your deck. Ooh. Ah! Wait, hold on. I can buy that. No, it's for every... I did read it. It heals 50% for every coin collected. Oh, I mean, that's not terrible, but that's not what I wanted. I play this game for so long and I do stupid things like that. You better go right. Okay, thank you. I misread that. I thought it gave... I must be thinking of a different item, actually, that's similar to that one. The reason I tried aiming for that is so I got that upgrade, and that activates, orbs near it, like such, you see that? Which also can activate bombs. But of course I didn't get it. 'Cause I'm such an idiot. An idiot's got 8.5! Oh, not what I had in mind. In an alternate universe, I pulled that off. I'm doing so much self-damage to myself, I might die to my own doing. I should probably consider healing when the shop opens up, or else I will die a very painful and unfortunate demise. To my own doing. By the way, to my own doing. Well, that did not really help at all. Well, let's just go. Oh, that's satisfying right there. This is like one of those satisfying games when something works in your favor, like that, for example. That worked well. Let's heal, upgrade, heal and upgrade. I'm gonna upgrade my bomb. I think I'm doing pretty well for myself. I could just heal. Back to full. Oh, right, it's this one. And I just let loose the gates to hell on this ghost. Not really, though. That didn't do much. But doing that did activate more pegs on the board, so... in a way, that was favorable. Oh. Ah! I don't think that was the right choice, by the way. But you know what? Here at Jester's Chaos, we don't do the right choice. We do random choices, and random choices more often than not will probably get us killed. But you know, there's a gravitational field level. And sometimes this could lag the heck out of the game. Or at least with the pegs, visually, they'll look laggy. Don't you dare. Don't you dare! Well, I guess I still got the guy down. Well, I mean, that wasn't terrible. So this basically is like a Minesweeper boss. This is a Minesweeper board. There are black bombs and red bombs and all the other stuff around here, right? If I hit red bombs, it will buff this guy's damage, which is technically what I don't want to do or have happen. And then there's these guys that show up, and there's like 19 of them that show up. And I already just got a bomb and another one. The black bombs don't add to the damage, but now he does 2 extra damage. I mean, I may be buffing him, but I am gonna get him down in potentially one go. So sometimes it's not the end of the world. At least in this difficulty. It wasn't in this difficulty. It wasn't. And that is Peglin. The simplest game in the world, but also sometimes the hardest. But yeah, there's also the encyclopedia, and this just tells you how much stat-wise. Don't pay attention to those numbers. There's a reason I have that, and I'll show you why. So you got these achievements, right? I don't think the achievements really unlock anything in this game. They're just for show. I'm fairly certain. I'll show you why my game count is in the 215s. And I only have 29 wins out of the 215. The reason I have that high now is this achievement right here. Win a run with only your class relic. What does that mean? Is that you cannot choose any other treasure relic, even the beginning one that is a choice given to you at the beginning of the game, and not get one whatsoever throughout the entire game. And there's an achievement like that's the reverse one for all, which is only level 1 orbs. And this is 10 times easier than that, because relics can buff your damage by a lot. It doesn't matter if you use level 1 orbs. You know? It really doesn't. This frickin' achievement right here is the only reason I'm in 215 total games. And the only reason I managed to get it is because I had to look up what the real strategy was to it. It was you had to use this guy. This guy gives you a damage buff to unique orbs. And the other strategy, which I seem to get working, was using orbs that do AoE damage, you know, damage to all enemies, which was my biggest issue when trying to tackle this achievement. If you enjoy your sanity and patience, don't bother with that achievement. And you can tell that's where most of my wins come from. There's a decent amount in a couple of the other ones, because I was experimenting with the other ones and see where I was going to get with them. But yeah, that's Peglin. Don't bother with that achievement if you enjoy your sanity and patience, if you plan on playing this game and picking it up. And yeah, they're still working on it by the looks of things, because they did recently have an update, and like I said, the coin thing. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!